Okay, let's be honest and keep it real for a moment. Most networking that's done today, it's it's random. It feels contrived and inauthentic. It's loud, it's noisy. And to be quite honest with you, as John Hope Bryant said the other day in his conversation with Dr. George C. Frazier, who's the godfather of networking in the Black community, he said it's become a complete waste of time. Now, you probably have had these experiences. You show up to a group or a meeting and you're thinking, really thinking, who in this room or who's in here drinking and eating for free, who really understands what I'm attempting to build, right? Who shares my values and interests in here that we can connect and click with and do something meaningful. You start to question. I know I have, again, I've felt this way. You start to question, is this worth me putting my time and energy to try to spark these relationships? Um, and this is why so many brilliant entrepreneurs, and I'm talking about top-notch entrepreneurs, and I've interviewed a whole bunch of them. This is why they stop networking and going to certain events. It's not that they don't want to build relationships. All of us know we need relationships to grow and build and sustain our companies and our businesses. But it feels like you're wasting time with the wrong people in the wrong rooms. And so these entrepreneurs are choosing more effective ways to build relationships, more authentic ways to build relationships. And so me feeling this, actually a little over 5 years ago, I set out to do something to solve this problem. And I believe that we've solved that problem now with not just the MOB, which is the Masters of Business Network, which is what we set out to build a little over 5 years ago, but now with the advent of AI and those two colliding, now I think we've solved this problem. We've created a community where technology doesn't just connect you with people. It understands you, right? You're feeding the AI who and what you are. And then now that AI is introducing you and connecting people to you with shared interests, like-minded, going in the same direction. So now you don't have to filter through a bunch of just, again, random people who don't possess your values and who don't have your shared interests and passions. And you don't feel like you're wasting a tremendous amount of time. So let me show you what we've been developing. So let me share my screen with you. This is, I've taken you, let me make sure that's enlarged enough. Is that? Yeah, I've taken you, this is inside the Masters of Business Network and Mastermind. And I just kind of want to show you what we've done in creating this community where, again, the technology doesn't just connect you, it understands you. And now you're able to connect with people who have shared interests, shared passions, and shared goals. Now, of course, you have to do the right things, but let me show you what happens when you're in the MOB network, which is free, by the way. It's free to join. So let me just start off with saying that I have nothing to sell you. This is a platform that we're building to help people connect with people with similar goals, similar interests, same mindsets, similar visions. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'll get to talking. So here are, once you go in and first thing you need to do is set up your profile, right? So you'll go in and you'll set up your profile, who you are, what do you do, um, what you're trying to accomplish, what your goals are, what your interests are, what your mission is, your mindset and vision, anything that you can think of. And we help you with that with the AI that's in here. you'll get suggestions on how to do that. But most, especially serious entrepreneurs, you already have your mission and what you want to do and who you're serving, who you're attempting to be a hero to, and what the unique qualities that your business possess. You want to put all of these things into your profile so that now once you're set up your profile, it's in the mob, and now all you have to do, let me just pick Anitra. She's one of people who's in my inner circle. Anitra is actually in my inner circle, but you click on someone and you click on to view their profile, and based upon what they have in here, different descriptions and things that they put in here, now you just go to the similarities and the AI will tell you. So you and Anitra share a passion for business consulting and entrepreneurship, both with a strong commitment to the African-American community. You're both based in Georgia. Look at that. So it even tells you where people are, with you in Atlanta and Anitra in Warner Robins. So she's not too far. And then, of course, then there are other connections that are down here. I gotta move. Okay, there we go. Move things out of the way. So let me see. Let's just go to another. Another person that's in my inner circle. And I'm picking inner circle members real quick just so that you can see. So let's view Joyce, superstar in my inner circle. So I'll view her profile and look at the similarities. You and Joyce are both dedicated to assisting businesses and entrepreneurs with shared focus on profitability and financial success. You each bring extensive expertise and a passion for helping others achieve successful fulfillment in their ventures. And then, of course, you get to read all about Joyce and all of those different things. And then if I wanted to, I can just click on here and then I can directly chat with Joyce. Now, here's another key feature here is that now, and we've already been communicating, so that probably wouldn't work. Let me exit out of there and get someone else. Let me see if we can get someone else, because I want to show you what happens when you don't. So as you can see, these are like people that are top members or people that I've engaged with or that are close by, or again, have similar interests. In here are members, even if I just wanted to go with members near me, right? So you have those options to see where people are near you. So let's just pick someone who's near me, another person that I've had some experience with in the past. Let me view Leslie's profile, and then you look right here at the similarities. You and Leslie both live in Georgia. Of course, I just mentioned that she lives near me, which means you're likely familiar with the local culture. It sounds like you might have some great Southern stories to share, right? So that's one. So let me close that out. Now what I want to do, because these are people that I'm familiar with, and we already got some things going on in chat, but let me go to some people who just recently joined. So here's a new member, Shanice Carr. If I click on her profile, and interesting enough, I think she's in Georgia too, right? A lot of people from Georgia are connecting. So it tells you about what she does, but it says you and Shanice both have organizations in Atlanta dedicated to empowering Black entrepreneurs. Your shared focus on entrepreneurship and professional development makes for a powerful impact in the community. Now, knowing that, I can just simply reach out to chat to Shanice. Now, here's the point that I wanted to share with you, is that now we don't have a history of chatting, but again, we both, hopefully, with some time, I'm posting, of course, I'm in there, but now Shanice, if she's posting, sharing some different things and connecting with people, you can just click on the AI, and then it would even give you some things that you can begin to share with each other in terms of initial contact, right? So if you can't think of the things to say, right? So I'm not going to send that now, but I just want to kind of give you, you haven't finished your change. Do you want to leave without saving? Yes, please leave without saving. So this is our platform that uses AI to suggest conversation topics, to introduce you to like-minded members, as I've tried to kind of help you to see that, and guide you to the right relationships. And think about this. This is faster than just going to something. Let me click on this gentleman here because I've been knowing him for some time now, because he's in is it South Africa, I believe? Let me see, where is Earl from my view to profile. Earl, boom, 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 global boom, across 3 continents. You and Earl Erasmus both share a passion for entrepreneurship and leadership. You both mentor others and are involved in initiatives to inspire change and work with a global perspective. Yes, Earl is from Cape Town, South Africa, right? So these are ways that you can immediately begin to reach out and talk to people. I can start chatting with Earl. And what we're going to be doing in the future is encouraging people to connect by, similarities, sharing their stories, their interests. I'll begin to profile members. But this isn't based upon random interaction. This is networking based on alignment, right? Because let me pick someone else. Matter of fact, let me do that. Let me find someone, or attempt to find someone, because I know someone, because I have friends in here who haven't fully filled out there. So let me just pull someone, Tania, right? Someone who may have joined, and look, it already says it right there. Sorry, we do not have enough information about Tania to show similarities, right? So if I click on the profile, if you haven't put anything in here, remember I said you have to, as we all should know by now, you have to tell AI what to do. You have to give it some input. So if she hasn't said anything, then there's not enough information for us to even be similar, right? So if there's nothing here, or if it says something that we don't necessarily click, well, right, we might have some basic, kind of like what Leslie, right? There, when I clicked on Leslie, it just said we were in Atlanta. We probably got some Southern stories, but there was nothing in that similarity that would make you think that we would be excellent business partners, right? It just says it sounds like you might have some great Southern stories to share because we live in the same location or the same area, right? So the more you develop your profile, the more you begin to share what it is that you do, the more you begin to display your expertise, the AI will begin to connect you with the right type of people, give you suggestions for conversations and topics. And this is networking based on alignment. This is what happens when networking and AI collide, right? So this is changing the game. And I want you to imagine this. I think I can exit out of here now. So let me stop the share and come back to the full screen. Okay. I'm a student of so many great teachers, but of Dr. George C. Frazier is one of my teachers, mentors, Jegna, as we like to say, from one of my other teachers, Dr. Anthony Browder. But from these great teachers, and you've probably already heard it and learned yourself, that you're just one conversation away from your next partnership, investor, all the money you want, all the customers you want. If you align yourself with the right people, that conversation, on the other side of that conversation, is the partnerships, the strategic alliances, the customers, the distribution channel. But it's sometimes hard to get to that one conversation because there's so much noise, so much randomness. And this is what we're attempting to do, is to cut out all of that noise, all of that randomness. And instead of hoping that you meet someone at an event in the moment, right? You now have a system. This is a system that helps you to network, to navigate brothers and sisters who are all over the world. This is an ecosystem, a Black-owned ecosystem, if you will, because everybody in here is Black entrepreneurs and business owners and professionals. And AI will guide you through this experience. This is one of the ways that we're using AI. And you're not guessing anymore, right? As you can see, you kind of know what it is that they do. And the better we get at filling out our profiles, which means describing, articulating what it is that we do, the better AI can match us with people who are articulating what it is that they do and the resources that they have. So this is what makes the Masters of Business Network different. In fact, I don't even know of any other platform that's doing this or any other company that's doing this, right? This is beyond just networking. This is beyond just a directory. This is you living in your purpose and aligning your purpose to other people who are aligned with their purpose. And now AI, the intelligence is powering it, right? It's infusing it with the energy and the direction that wipes out all of that randomness and just hoping that you end up meeting someone. I guarantee you, if you get into the M.O.B network, you're going to meet someone. We have financial people. We have people who are in the stocks in here. As you've seen a couple people who are already AI experts, you name it. We have them in the M.O.B and we're going to continue to grow. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to join the M.O.B, log into the M.O.B. It's at themobnetwork.com. Just log in, it's free. Upload your picture, tell us what it is that you do, introduce yourself. I already have all of my conversations with Black millionaires and all that type of stuff in there. So you're free to listen and watch and study those things at your leisure, but there's nothing to sell. I want you to develop your profile. Let's raise your profile, and then let's connect you to brothers and sisters who are in a position to help you, or vice versa. You're in a position to help them, and we can develop some strategic alliances and joint ventures, right? So log into the M.O.B. This is what I want you to do. Log in, set up your profile, and then start checking out other profiles and look at the similarities on other profiles that you think have like interests, shared interests, or like-minded individuals, and start a conversation. That's it. And if it's not a fit, don't worry about it. Don't try to come in and sell someone and twisting people. Keep that on, I was getting ready to start calling some names, but this video might be on some of those platforms. So I won't name those names, but you know those platforms where you're in groups, or people put you in groups and you can't even talk, you can't even post, you can't even meet anybody. That's not this. Join, you can post, you can meet people, but I can tell you nothing will turn people off faster than you just coming in and sell, instead of trying to get to know people, genuinely networking. Again, this is power networking infused by technology and artificial intelligence, AI. So I'm not here to build another social media group. I'll leave that to somebody else. We're building smart, strategic, Black-owned ecosystem where your next big connection, your next big move, your next deal might come from a person that AI is introducing you to. So I called this in an article I was writing the other day. I called this, this is truly smart networking. This is smart and strategic networking. This is what we're moving towards in the future in business. This is the masters of business. Let's master developing and raising our profile, learning how to create and add value, and then allowing the technology to leverage what it is we already do and who we are. So this is your brother Bedford. I'm asking you to join me in the M.O.B and let's build something special together. And I'll talk to you soon. And by the way, feel free to like this video and share it with anybody else. Again, it's free to join the M.O.B, but you'll know who you want to invite, right? Yeah. Again, if you wouldn't invite them to your regular networking because you know that they'll mess it up, that they'll come in and they'll just start getting on people's nerves and pushing all of the wrong buttons, don't invite them into the M.O.B. But if you feel that there are people who could use this and connect with brothers and sisters all over the world, invite them into the M.O.B and let's build something special. This is your brother Bedford, and I'll see you inside the M.O.B. Take care.